Okay.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Yep.
Did they do the national anthem for basketball?
Yeah. We usually do.
Before we introduce our starting lineup, would you all please rise for the flank of our next lineup? First, introduce the starters from Cypress West Arkansas. Number 1, 6'3" sophomore, Mike McCoy. Number 2, 6'1" James Christian III. Number 4, 6'4" James Guerrero. Number 15, 6'4" Deshaun Chisel.
Coming to you live from the Bill Cook Gymnasium here on the campus of Santa Ana College. My name is Noah Alvarez. Very excited to be bringing you Dons basketball here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel in conjunction with SportsNetUSA.net. We have a special treat for you guys as there's a basketball doubleheader here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel as your Dons will be taking on the Chargers from Cypress College here in game number 1. Down on the court, they're announcing the starting lineups for your home Santa Ana Dons as we will get you the starting lineups as we introduce you to both teams here playing in tonight's game. It's an Orange Empire Conference match, again between the Cypress Chargers and the Santa Ana Dons. Starting with the Cypress Chargers, who are in their, I guess you could say it's a cool dark gray uniform with the yellow pinstripe down the side, yellow lettering, and numbers on the jersey. Almost looks black, but down on the court, it looks like a dark charcoal gray. Anyways, starting for them, number 1, Mark Oyajekwe. 2, James Christian III. Wearing number 4, Peyton Guerrero. Wearing number 15, Deshaun Chisel. And wearing number 21, KJ Carr. And for your Santa Ana Dons, hosting today, they will be starting 5. The starting 5 for the Dons, number 2, Carson Roberts. Number 20, Court Franklin. Number 22, Mac West. Number 32, Javon Maxwell. And number 33, Caden Minter. The Dons are in their cool gray uniforms, red lettering, red stripes down the shorts and the side. As we're just about ready for first tip, it'll be Court Franklin and Deshaun Chisel to tip in the middle of the court. Again, we're here at Bill Cook Gymnasium. Cypress wins the tip. Again, you're tuning into Dons basketball here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Cypress is the one who chucks up a 3 first. This one off the hands of the Chargers. That three-pointer attempt, no good by Peyton Guerrero. The Dons are entering with a record of 10-14, conference record of 4-8, which is good enough for 6th place in the Orange Empire Conference as they get it to a wide open mid-range jump shot, no good by Franklin. Now it's the Chargers pushing the tempo. Possession in Oyejekwe's hands. They swing it around. Looks like the Dons are playing a little bit of a zone, 2-3 zone. As they get it wide open to the corner, Minter tries to close out for the Dons. However, it was a clean look for the Chargers, and the Chargers able to corral the offensive rebound. Now it looks like the Dons zone hasn't reset, but they get bailed out here as it looks like slipped out of the ball carrier's hands, and it goes the Dons' possession. So now in possession for the Dons is Carson Roberts wearing number 2. He gets it over quickly to Vaughn Maxwell. Now Roberts drives right, kicks it back out to West. West dishes it back out to Roberts. Roberts has a wide open 3, long on his attempt, fumbles it momentarily. Now it's Vaughn Maxwell. Big man move down on the right side, and he gets it to go. A strong 2 for Vaughn Maxwell. 6'6" freshman, as there's a quick turnover and an easy breakaway dunk for Mac West. So it's quickly a 4-0 lead here at the Bill Cook Gymnasium. Again, this is game number 25 on the season for your Santa Ana Dons. Again, I'm Noah Alvarez. Chargers having a little bit of difficulty here as the Dons have opened up in this zone. However, they get a wide open three-pointer in the near side corner on your screen. No good by the Chargers, and it's Roberts pushing the tempo for your Dons. Now West has it, wearing number 22. Has the taping over his left thumb. Minter, the second leading scorer in the Orange Empire Conference, freshman from Mater Dei, leads the team with 19 points per game. Here's a deep 3 from Minter, no good. Chased down by Oyejekwe. Now kicked ahead to Chisel. Chisel gets his shot blocked on the backboard. Good hustle there by, I believe, that was Vaughn Maxwell, and hustling down the other way. A quick 2-point swing for Chisel. No, excuse me, that's Maxwell, who got a block on one end and got the layup on the other end. So good hustle there by the big man. The referee was the intended receiver there on that pass by KJ Carr. A little bit of substitutions coming in now for the visiting Chargers as they try to slow down the pace. They were a little flustered to open up this game. Higgy Katoa, as well as Gabriel Navarro, are going to check into the game, as well as Alan Wright. Roberts now has it at the top of the key for your Dons. 16:56 left to go here in the first half. Reminder, you're watching Dons basketball here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. As it's Mac West who throws up a wild floater from the left baseline. Pushing the tempo, but not with numbers, is the Chargers. As they now reset, Oyejekwe kicks it to the corner. Guerrero gets his defender up in the air. This one's intercepted by West. And now the Dons are going the other way with it with a fresh 30-second shot clock. 16:26 left to go in the first half as the mid-range bunny, good by Javon Maxwell. And quickly, it's going to be a timeout by the visiting Cypress Chargers, the first timeout called by either team of the evening. A reminder, you are watching Dons basketball here on sportsnetusa.net in conjunction with the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in wherever you may be tuning in from. The Dons enter with a record of 10-14. Conference record of 4-8. They currently have lost the 3 of their last 4 games. They fell last week to Irvine Valley College by a score of 67-55. But earlier that week on Wednesday, they defeated the Rustlers from Golden West 81-64. However, then that previous week, they went 0 for 2, losing to the likes of Fullerton College by a score of 73-62. And the first game of February, back on February 2nd, they lost to Santiago Canyon College 76-60. Still a chance. They have a puncher's chance to get into the playoffs. However, they're going to need a few things to go their way. As there's quickly a turnover, and it's the Dons' ball. 16:21 left to go here in the first half. Chargers are led by ninth-year head coach Andrew Alhadoff. It's Carson Roberts to inbound. He gets it to Minter near half court. As now West has the ball, gets a screen from Minter. Minter pops over to his left side on the left wing, momentarily fumbled. Now Maxwell has it on the left elbow, spins to his right. Tough move there, and it's Alan Wright who grabs the rebound for Cypress College. Again, Cypress heading from right to left in their dark gray uniforms. They look black from up here. There actually might be a little bit of navy blue, but down on the court, it's a very dark charcoal gray as they get into their play set. Don's still in this 2-3 zone. Chargers are still trying to crack the code. They have 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Three-pointer from the left wing, no good. It's West who skies in for the rebound for your Dons. Again, an 8-0 lead early for the Dons. We're about 5 minutes into the first half. Minter now has it. Again, the talented freshman from Mater Dei High School, wearing number 33. Definitely keep an eye on him. Also coming into the game for the first time for your Dons is Trey Means, wearing number 5, as Minter chucks up a three from the left side, no good. Wright hauls in the rebound. And it's Katoa pushing the pace, now slowing down as the Dons do get settled back in their 2-3 zone. They do a nice job of covering Wright, who's in the high post, suffocating him with Vaughn Maxwell. Now it's Katoa who tries to drive middle. A lot of contact there, and looks like he got the body bump from Trey Means, and he will go to the line for 2. So the Chargers, with 14:53 left on the scoreboard, finally convert their first point on the evening. A couple more substitutions to tell you about. KJ Carr gonna check back in for the visiting Chargers. And checking into the game, back into the game for your Dons is Court Franklin. To go along with, for the first time, Jaitis Hayes. So Jaitis Hayes doing the point guard duties as he brings the ball up. He's out there with Minter, Franklin, Means, and West, as West has the ball. Tough defense here by Carr. Gets a screen from Means, splits the double team. Nice dump off there, but it's a block from the back. Good job there by Guerrero. As the Chargers come away with a block and a turnover, the Dons do get settled back in their 2-3 zone, so we'll see how the Chargers fare this time. Good ball pressure here by the newly entered Teese. As this is a dish to right down low. He's quickly triple teamed in the 2-3. He draws contact and he gets the foul. Head coach David Bragg, not a fan of that call. He's showing to the referees down there on your screen the exact positioning that his bigs were down there on the baseline, hands straight up. That's the argument he's making to the referee over there on the far sideline. However, it will result in a three-point opportunity for Alan Wright. He's the leading scorer for the visiting Chargers, averaging 12.5 points per game. There's 3 players who average double digits, but no one averaging more than 12 points per game, as they have a very suffocating defense. They're only allowing opponents to average 62 points per game, which is good enough for 6th in the state of California. That's the visiting Cypress Chargers, who entered tonight's game with a record of 13-14. It's Hayes bringing it up, getting it to Minter. Cross court to the newly entered Jimmy Williams. And it's Franklin who gets the rebound and puts up the 2 on the left side. So nice hustle there by Franklin. 10-5 is the score. Your Dons lead over the visiting Chargers. We're seeing a little bit of a full court press here by Jaitis Hayes. Now it looks like they settle into a 3-2 zone, with Jaitis being the point man. That corner's wide open though in that 3-2. Katoa can't convert on the three-pointer, and now it's West pushing the tempo. 25 seconds left on the shot clock. The Dons are heading from left to right. Williams, who newly just checked in, blows past right, dumps it off for Franklin. Lefty baby hook, no good. And now it's the Chargers pushing the tempo. This one's tipped away by Minter, the standout freshman. Gonna settle for the mid-range jumper, and he gets it to go. 2 points for the Dons. 12-5 is the lead. 12:55 left to go here in the first half. A reminder, you're watching Dons basketball here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Another steal, this time caused by Mac West. It's a 2-on-1. Dumps it off to Franklin, and they're gonna call a blocking foul. A blocking foul, I believe, on Katoa. We'll see the number once they get up. Yes, that's Higgy Katoa, as he will get charged with the first foul, his first personal foul of the evening. Wearing number 20, checking in for the first time for the visiting Chargers, is Zion Jones, and checking back into the game, number 1, Mark Oyejekwe. So the Dons will be inbounding with 12:45 left to go in the first half, still leading 12-5. It's Carson Roberts to inbound. He just checked back into the game. Gets it out to Minter, guarded by KJ Carr. Minter has such good length, standing at 6'8". Here's a jumper from Vaughn Maxwell. Good hustle there by Bodie Armstrong, who just checked into the game, and now he has an offensive rebound, and the Dons have a fresh 30 seconds on the shot clock. Here you see a double screen, and they swing it over into Armstrong. Armstrong thought about the three, now drives hard to the right. This one rims out, nearly down for Armstrong. However, the Chargers are able to corral the defensive rebound, and the Dons settle back into their 2-3. Carr swings it out to Guerrero. They get it down low in the high post. It's quickly triple team. Look at that defense there by the Dons. They swing it out to the corner. Newly entered Zion Jones can't convert on the three, and it's Roberts now pushing the tempo for your Dons. 12-5 is the lead. Here's Minter with another three-pointer. This one no good. Dons have an early 7-point lead over their Orange Empire Conference foe in Cypress. Again, here's a three-point attempt by Mark Oyejekwe. This one rims out, and it's Vaughn Maxwell doing a lot of the dirty work for the Dons here early on. Just over 11 minutes left to go here in the first half. The Dons have a 12-5 lead as the scoring has stopped in the last few or so possessions. They swing it out to a wide open Jimmy Williams. This one hits the top of the scoreboard, or top of the backboard. No, they're gonna call a foul on the rebound. I believe that was great hustle there by Minter. Minter is such a talent at this level. I believe they're gonna call that foul on Gabriel Navarro. And so now it'll be Santa Ana ball as Carson Roberts inbounds it quickly. Jimmy Williams has a wide open jumper, thought about it, hesitated, and he's still able to connect. He had time to make a phone call, make some dinner plans, as he was able to line up that shot from the left elbow. Here's some, again, three-quarter court press, maybe not full court press here by the Dons, as Carr slashes on the left side, now picks up his dribble and kicks it back out into the game. For the Chargers, Peyton Guerrero, he's out on the floor with KJ Carr, who has the ball. Mark Oyejekwe, Zion Jones, and Jashawn Chisel as a three-pointer good there by Oyejekwe. And that's going to force David Bragg, the head coach for the Dons, to take their first timeout on the evening. The score is still in favor of your Dons. 10:36 left to go here in the first half. A reminder, you're watching Dons basketball here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel in conjunction with SportsNetUSA.net.
With 138 conference championships, 25 state championships, and 6 national championships, Santa Ana College has one of the premier athletic programs in California. With your help, we will continue to provide.
Back here at the Bill Cook Cook Gymnasium here on the campus of Santa Ana College. Dons have an early 14-8 lead. It's Mac West who goes hard into the paint. He grabs his ankle, screaming in pain. However, he gets up relatively quickly, so glad to see he's okay. That one looked like it could have been pretty dangerous for the freshman guard from Capistrano Valley Christian High School. So he'll go to the line for 2 free throws. First free throw attempts for the Dons here as he misses the first one. As a team, the Dons are shooting 70% from the free throw line. West shooting 70%, one of the lower percentages by a Dons player, as he misses both. So it'll be a trip now for the Chargers as they're heading from right to left, again in their dark gray uniforms with the yellow stripe and lettering. Nice job there to trap Katoa in the corner as they now get it to KJ Carr. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Katoa's gonna have to force this one up. He's on the left wing, nearly falls. Ojekwe nearly gets it off in time and hits the rim. And now Roberts is pushing it the other way. It's a 2-on-2 fast break and good defense there by Ojekwe. A sophomore from Cypress High School, making a nice play on the defensive end. Some more substitutions to tell you about as Courtney Shan checking into the game for the first time, wearing number 35. 6'9" sophomore from Santa Margarita High School. He's out on the floor with Court Maxwell, Caden Minter, Jimmy Williams, and Jaitis Hayes as they get it into Minter. Minter didn't step on the out of bounds, which is what head coach Andrew Alhadif is complaining about for the Cypress side. Now they run a play set, trying to get Minter open down low, but it's Hayes who picked up his pivot foot after picking up his dribble, and that is a traveling violation on your Dons. Still a 14-8 lead, 9:38 left to go here in the first half. A reminder, you are watching Dons basketball here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Dons having plenty of success with that 2-3 zone. Here's the hustle and heart there by Jaitis Hayes as he gets tied up with Ojekwe. Again, Hayes was the one who started and created that loose ball as he was able to poke it away. Looks like Guerrero is gonna sub out for the visiting Chargers, and Katoa is gonna check back in. A lot of substitutions early on for both these teams. As Hayes goes left, gets 2 screens. Now takes it out back to Trey Means. Dons are swinging it around the perimeter. Hayes has some fancy dribbling, but quickly met by an Allen Wright double team. Good help defense there by the Chargers, one of the leading defensive teams in the state of California, and there they create a steal, and now Wright has it, pushing the tempo from the Chargers. They haven't had a chance to get any really easy transition buckets, but here's an opportunity to do so as the Dons defense wasn't set. As Wright goes right at the big man, and he was able to power through Shan for 2. 14-10 is the score. Dons still lead, but it's a 4-point lead. They jumped out to a quick 8-0 deficit, and the Chargers have found a way to claw back after the slow start, as it's Court Franklin with the 2-pointer from the free throw line. Little extracurricular activity between Minter and Ojekwe. Referees didn't see that one. Dons are gonna go back to their half-court trap. As soon as Katoa crossed the line, there's Hayes, there's Williams, and there's a traveling violation. Katoa panicked during the double team, and he tried to throw it off Williams, but before he did, he picked up his pivot foot, and so it's a traveling violation on the Chargers. Another turnover caused by this suffocating defense. You know, going into this game, the Dons of the two teams didn't have the best defense, right? You looked at the Chargers, they were allowing opponents only to score 62 points per game in comparison to the Dons, who are allowing 73 points per game to their opponents. But it's the Dons early on with this 2-3 zone and a 3-2 full court trap, and it's gonna be another Well, let's see what the referee whistle is there, as it was a two-pointer for the Dons. There was a quick whistle afterwards. Not really sure what the call was. I thought it might have been a technical. 18-10 is the score in favor of your Dons. Back to an 8-point lead for Santa Ana College. 7:54 left to go here in the first half. Peyton Guerrero gonna check back in, this time for KJ Carr. Guerrero's out there with Katoa, Chisel, Wright, and Oyenjekwe. Again, here's that half-court trap. They trap Guerrero. This one goes right through the legs of Wright, and now it ends up in Shan's hands, and it's a Dons turnover. Another turnover caused by this suffocating Dons defense. And now Carson Roberts slows down the tempo. 7:30 left to go here in the first half. 18-10 lead for your Dons. This is a errant pass that was intended for Minter, but it's a turnover for the Dons. Now Cypress going the other way. They're going from right to left. Here's a deep three taken by Chisel. That was a good 7 feet from beyond the three-point arc. He's able to convert. 18-13 is the score. As a team, the Chargers are only shooting 29% from beyond the three-point arc, so they're not a three-point shooting team. Neither of these teams really are, as Wright is able to come away with the steal, an errant pass there by Minter. Some costly turnovers here in the second half of this first half. 6:45 left to go. Dons still have an 18-13 lead. Wright now has it at the left wing. Good ball pressure there by Means. Swung over back to Wright. Good passing there by the Chargers. Misses with the left hand. Good positioning and a good pass there by Oyenjekwe to set up the big man. However, unable to convert on the two. Roberts now has it. He's out there with Shan, Means, Minter, and Franklin. Court Franklin has it on the left side. Gets this one swatted away. Throws it off the back of Wright, and going to the floor, crashing down on this one is Allen Wright and Court Maxwell. I believe they're gonna call, not really sure if that was a foul called. Looks like some of the faithful here for the Santa Ana College Dons upset with that call. It was Maxwell, and I believe Franklin, who hit the deck trying to go for the loose ball. They're gonna call a foul on Franklin as he subs out. Coming back into the game for your Dons, Bodie Armstrong. He's out there with Mac West, who just checked back in, as well as Vaughn Maxwell. Minter is back out there, as well as Carson Roberts. And Santa Ana head coach David Bragg will call a timeout. The second timeout called of the first half. A reminder, you're watching Dons basketball here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel in conjunction with sportsnetusa.net. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
With 138 conference championships, 25 state championships, and 6 national championships, Santa Ana College has one of the premier athletic programs in California. With your help, we will continue to provide opportunities to student athletes as they thrive in both athletics and academics. We are Santa Ana College.
Back here at the Bill Cook Gymnasium here on the campus of Santa Ana College, your Dons have an 18-13 lead over the visiting Cypress Chargers. 6:50 left to go here in the first half. Chargers take another deep three. Chisels hit another one. He hit one earlier in the first half, and now he has three-pointer number 2 on the evening. Carson Roberts is out there dribbling up the ball for your Dons. He's out there with Maxwell, West, Minter, and Armstrong. As now Armstrong has it with 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Minter sets a screen for Roberts. Roberts attacks hard. Armstrong thought about the three, got his defender up in the air. Now Roberts had a wide open three, hesitates, kicks it back out to West. West contests the three-pointer, and he's fouled down below as it looks like Carr's feet on the contest. hit West as he went up. Can interfere with the landing space. And that's going to be 3 free throws, I believe, for your Dons. So Mac West already went to the free throw line 2 times earlier this evening, went 0 for 2 on that first trip. Connected on the first one here, pushes the lead back to 3. 19-16 is the score. Second one is no good, as I mentioned earlier in the game, shooting 70% from the free throw line. He's taking 159 now with this next one, free throw attempts on the season. Third free throw attempt is good, so 2 for 3 on the trip. 20-16 is the score. 5:15 left to go here in the first half. Again, thanks for tuning in, wherever you may be tuning in from, as the Dons have been very effective in using their 2-3 zone, applying good ball pressure past the 3-point arc. 8 seconds left on the shot clock now. They get it to Allen Wright. Trapped, poked away momentarily, and I don't think they're gonna get a shot off. They don't. Good hustle there by West to ensure that Wright wasn't able to pass it to anybody. They're gonna call a jump ball, possession arrow in favor of Cypress, however. That horn was about to sound off. Looks like they put 1 second back on the shot clock. So a bang-bang play called there by the referee. As it looks like Sal, one of our guys helping out with the broadcast, he's gonna be mopping up the floor over there. Good job, Sal. Way to put in that work. As the basketball players make sure that the wet spot is no longer there. Yeah, that's a pretty active area too right there. It's not a spot you can really hide from. Right next to the top of the arc, over to the right about 3 steps or so. A reminder, you're watching Dons basketball here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel in conjunction with SportsNetUSA.net. This 3-pointer by Oyinjekwe, no good. Minter chases down the rebound. There's a nice acrobatic shot attempt there. There was only 1 second left on the shot clock, so that's why he had to shoot it like that. Now the Dons get into their motion offense. West gets the ball dumped off for him. And Chisel hits the ground hard, but I believe they're going to call a foul on him because he was moving laterally. Even though it did look like West extended the arm, Chisel didn't have his feet set, wasn't in good positioning, as they say. So you can't call a charge on that. Again, another body hitting the floor, so Sal getting active there with the mop, trying to dry any wet spot that might be here at the court. We have a doubleheader. Immediately at the conclusion of this game, we'll have the women's team as they take on the Bobcats from Saddleback College. Here's a 3-pointer from Jimmy Williams, and he gets this one to go. 3-pointer, good from the left wing. 23-16 is the score. 4:20 left to go in the first half. Reminder, you are watching the Dons basketball here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Good defensive ball pressure now by West on the left side. Suffocating D, but here's another deep 3-pointer by Chisel. This time he's no good. Knocked in 2 from that distance earlier today, and they're gonna call a foul on Guerrero on the rebound. Good hustle there by Maxwell to be in the correct positioning. 23-16 is the score. Dons are shooting 41% from the field, while the Chargers have really struggled to get anything into the hoop. 5 of 17, good enough for 29%. It's not a recipe for success if you're the visiting Chargers. The Dons wanted to send a message here tonight on this Tuesday evening here on February 13th. Roberts dumps it off to Maxwell. Maxwell gets called for the, no. They're gonna call a blocking foul. No, a charge. So it looked like the referee down there on the baseline got confused with the sign that he wanted to give. He gave the hand on the hips, which means typically a blocking. However, he meant offensive foul, which is typically where they point, they have one hand on their head, the elbow sticking out one way, and they point their finger to the other way. Looks like they're going to inbound this one again. So it is an offensive foul on Vaughn Maxwell. Good job by So Sean Chisel to get in positioning there, outside of the arc. This one blocked by Maxwell. Wright was trying to go right, and now it's Williams slowing things down. Quickly double team, nice aggressive defense there by Chisel, and it's a turnover caused by the Cypress defense. Now here's a three-pointer by Carr. This one's strong as Williams corrals the rebound. Roberts now has it for your Dons. 2:58 left to go. Williams gonna take a three from the top of the arc. This one's off just a little bit to the right. And now Carr grabs the rebound. 23-16 is the score here in the first half. 2:40 left to go. Carr now gets it to Wright. Wright goes right on Maxwell, and they're gonna call a foul, I believe. No, they're gonna say 2 free throws. I thought that was on the drive. Looked like Maxwell had good positioning. Nonetheless, it's gonna be a foul, personal foul called on Vaughn Maxwell, and it'll be Allen Wright going to the line for 2. First one is through the net on the season. Wright is shooting 63% from the season, for the season. He's the leading free throw attempts. He's leading the team in free throw attempts with 154 after that last one. 2 for 2 on that trip. So him and Mac West both go to the line a lot. As now Roberts dumps it off to West. Got this one poked away. And West, wow, crashes hard into the bench right there as one of the assistant coaches. And now that's head coach Andrew Al-Hadif saying that there was a little bit of intent as he crashed into the assistant coach. Tough to see from our angle here as we're in the direct opposite of him on the other side of the court. But it looked like West was trying to go for that loose ball. But Al-Hadif has a lot of words to share for the referee crew. And he has to be held back by Oyenjekwe. Again, he might have to be careful. One of the assistant coaches also trying to plead his case. Again, just looked like a loose ball, and you could still see, if this camera was able to zoom in, that second chair just looks completely messed up over there as one of the assistant coaches puts it back. That was just a bang-bang play. I wish we had instant replay to be able to go back and look at that one. Definitely have to go back and watch that on the YouTube. Again, if you're tuning in live, you can always tune into the broadcast for any of the Santa Ana College games on replay, on demand, here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel, whether it be softball, baseball, basketball, either men's or women's. You can check out all the home games for Santa Ana College Athletics here on the YouTube channel. So I believe it's out of bounds on the Dons. Nothing extra given to West, who did crash in. Again, both the coaches are pleading their case, giving that referee on the far sideline an earful. Again, the Orange Empire Conference is a very tough, competitive conference. So this is not just 2 teams playing some preseason game in December or January. This means something. Even if both these teams aren't above 500 or where they want to be in conference play, as there's a good double team here on Njekwe. They get it to a cutting Charger. However, it's quickly corralled. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Now Allen Wright has it. Carr trying to go past Maxwell, does go right, and it's an and one opportunity for KJ Carr. So as Maxwell, who tried to go up for the block, high-fived Carr on the way up. And it'll be 2 free throws. No, excuse me, because the layup went in. It's 1 free throw attempt for Carr. 2 minutes left to go here in the first half. He converts on the 3-point play, and it's going to be Court Franklin checking back into the game as Vaughn Maxwell checks back out of the game. And so now they give a technical foul on Mac West, as it looked like, I didn't see a very good angle of it, but it looked like he was chirping with the bench. And some of the coaches over there on the Cypress Chargers side. So a little undisciplined play there by West. Actually, it doesn't look like it's a technical, because if it was a technical, the Cypress Chargers would be shooting a free throw. So regardless, it's in possession of the Cypress Chargers now. 1:55 left to go in the first half. Let's just play some basketball as the Dons settle back into their zone. Good ball pressure, way beyond the arc. Now Wright gonna take a deep three from the left wing. This one's long and into the hands of Minter. So now Roberts will slow down the tempo for your Dons. They have a 2-point lead, 23-21. Just over a minute and a half left to go here in the first half as things are winding down. Roberts fakes left. Nice move there, but can't convert on the teardrop. And it's hauled in by Wright on the rebound. Another opportunity here for the Chargers to get a fast point opportunity. This one hits the deck. Minter momentarily had it. Now it's West going the other way. Crashes into Wright. And another acrobatic fall. And hard fall. And now the coaches between the Santa Ana bench and the Cypress College bench are chirping back and forth. It was just a hard aggressive there by Mac West. Wright looked like he turned his body away. Didn't even get to go up on the shot attempt. Now it looks like some technicals might be given to the Cypress Chargers sideline as all the players now clear out from the paint. Can't hear exactly the PA announcer, but if it is a technical foul called on the Cypress Chargers, it'll be 2 free throws and possession for the Santa Ana Dons as Andrew Hal-Hadif pleading his case to the referee. And there's another technical foul called on head coach Andrew Al-Hadif. And now Minter will take 2 free throws. So Alan Wright had to hit the bench. I believe that personal foul was called on him. That's why we saw the first 2 free throws be taken. And Andrew Al-Hadif not happy with the way refereeing has gone the past, I would say, 6 or 7 minutes here in this first half. So Minter will go to the line for 2. And now there's more complaining here from the Cypress Charger side. Things have not gone well here in the second half of this first half for the Cypress bench, as the Dons did momentarily have 6 players on the court. Minter was shooting his second free throw, which was no good, in case you're wanting to follow along with the action. However, the Dons did make a substitution, but no one came off, so there was 6 gray uniforms on the court. And the Chargers assistant coaches were quick to point that out, pleading the referees, and they do make the call, so now it's a technical foul. And now David Bragg is giving Brody Armstrong an earful, as it looked like maybe he was the player in the wrong on that substitution. And so now Mark Oyenjekwe will go to the line for 2 free throws. So the team's trading technicals. There's 2 technicals called on Cypress, 1 technical called on Santa Ana for having too many men on the court. And now after all that, it's back to a 3-point lead for your Dons, 25-22. A minute 04 left to go, and it'll be Dons ball here underneath the basket on the right side. And again, it's the Orange Empire Conference. Things just mean a little bit more here, even here at the community college level, the 3C2A. Some would argue the best basketball conference in the 3C2A. Cypress College made the SoCal Regionals last season. Made it as a number 18 seed. The Dons missed the playoffs. However, the Orange Empire Conference sent 5 teams to the postseason last year. 5 of the 8 teams got to go. Chargers are currently in as the current standings. They currently sit in 5th place. Santa Ana currently sits in 7th. Still a few more games before postseason play for both these teams to lock up a spot to the postseason, as Minter gets the and one opportunity as he was able to convert on the shot over KJ Carr, who still has his hands up trying to plead his case to the referees. just under a minute left to go. The Dons have a 27-23 lead here at the Bill Cook Gymnasium. I'm Noah Alvarez. Thanks for tuning in, wherever you may be tuning in from. As Minter will go to the line. It looks like Jimmy Williams is going to check in, but for the shooter in Minter. And so now Minter will check out of the game. That's Trey Means, excuse me, freshman from Layton Christian Academy over in Layton, Utah. Dons have a few players from outside the state. Under a minute left to go here in the first half. Let's see what the Chargers can do offensively, and there's a ticky-tack foul called on Court Franklin as they went into their full court trap. It was a dangerous pass there by KJ Carr. He got it over to Mark. Nope, that's not Mark. That's James Christian III. And James Christian III was quickly fouled by Franklin. So he'll go to the line for 2. First free throw is good. It was actually a 1-on-1 free throw scenario as Cypress has 9 team fouls. It's the second personal foul on Court Franklin. Second free throw is good. 53 seconds left to go here in the first half. Dons have a 28-25 lead. Looks like they do an offense or defense substitution as Minter checks back in. Franklin on the floor with Jimmy Williams, Mark West, and Carson Roberts. Trying to get the ball to West. Good ball denial there as Franklin goes baseline and gets a nice easy 2 for the Dons. 35 seconds left to go in the first half. 30-25 is your score in favor, and that's Court Franklin who got, no, they're gonna call a blocking foul. And you could tell by Franklin's expression he wasn't too pleased with the call. From our angle right here, up about 8 rows back on the left side of the gym, looked like Franklin was able to get in position outside of that little restricted area and put his body on the line, took a hard contact there, and it was going to be a charge, I thought. However, the referee here on the near sideline called the block, and there'll be 2 more free throws for James Christian III. On the season, shooting only 61% from the line. Attempted 53 free throws on the season. This will be number 54 as he converts on the first. This one rims out, and it's Franklin who corrals the rebound. Shot clock is turned off as the Dons can settle for the last shot of the first half. 20 seconds left to go as they get it to Williams. Williams goes right, blows past his defender, thought about taking the layup. 14 seconds still on the shot clock, the game clock for your Dons. Roberts now has it, 8 seconds left. They get a screen, goes right, spins, jumps it off for Minter, and they're gonna call a traveling as he did drag that pivot foot. He wanted to spin, however, it was good defensive positioning there by Katoa to stop his momentum. Forced Roberts to drag that foot. I believe that was his left foot. Nice pass there as Minter was able to work all the way across on a screen set by Franklin. Good play design there by the Dons. However, it's 30-26, 3 seconds left on the clock. They inbound it to Guerrero. Guerrero's gonna have to chuck it up to Navarro, and Navarro heaves it from half court after the buzzer. Your score at the end of the first half, 30-26 in favor of your Santa Ana Dons. We'll be right back during this halftime break with some stats and scores from the first half.
With 138 conference championships, 25 state championships, and 6 national championships, Santa Ana College has one of the premier athletic programs in California. With your help, we will continue to provide opportunities to student athletes as they thrive in both athletics and academics. We are Santa Ana College.
I might laugh while I'm doing it. But they got started with 55. Like something to see.
Back here at Bill Cook Gymnasium. Just about ready for the start of the second half of action. Your Dons have a 30-26 lead. As we get you some stats from the first half, as the Dons are now heading from right to left in their cool gray uniforms. It's Mac West who puts up a jumper. His jumper is short, but it's Court Franklin who grabs the rebound. Can't convert on the two-pointer, the putback. David Bragg has an earful for the far sideline referee. We've heard a lot of chirping, or seen a lot of chirping, back and forth between both these coaching staffs and the referees here in this Orange Empire Conference game. And now the Chargers are heading from left to right. Another deep three by Jashawn Chisel. That's 3 in the game that he's converted on from that far range. And just like that, it's a 1-point game, the closest the Chargers have brought it to since Well, since the Dons first scored, it was 2-0, and ever since then, the Dons have had a comfortable lead of 2 or more. So it's now a 1-point lead for the Dons. Here's Carson Roberts, dishing it out to Minter, lets the defender run past him, and now, wow, look, there's 2 players on the floor. That's Court Franklin and Peyton Guerrero. They're gonna call a foul on Peyton Guerrero. Leading scorer in the first half for both these teams. Leading the charge for the Dons with 6 points. We had 3 players, Caden Minter, Javon Maxwell, and Court Franklin, as West drives middle, dumps it off for Franklin, and with the left hand has a nice soft touch for 2. 32-29 is the score as your Chargers chuck up an early 3-pointer in the shot clock. Good rebound there by West. Leading the scoring for them was Allen Wright, coming off the bench in 15 minutes, went 2 of 5 from the field, also converted on 3 free throws. So those are your leading scorers thus far for both these teams. A lot of even scoring. Typically you see the Dons are led by Caden Minter and Mac West as Roberts dishes it out to Vaughn Maxwell. Mid-range jumper, no good from the baseline, tipped out of bounds by Cypress, and so now it's Santa Ana ball. But going back to those 2 leading scorers, Minter averages 18 points per game, while West averages 17 points per game. So the 2 combine for about 38 points per game, which is almost half of their total as a team. They average 76 points per game. And there's going to be a foul called on Minter. After he set the screen, he kind of barreled into KJ Carr on the switch, and they're going to call a foul there. The referees have a short whistle here at the beginning of this second half. Still a 3-point lead. Dons leading 32-29. A reminder, you are watching Dons basketball here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel in conjunction with SportsNetUSA.net. 17:45 left to go in the second half. The 5 on the floor for your Chargers. It's KJ Carr with the ball. Mark Oyenjekwe, as he drives, picked up his foot there, and they're going to call a traveling. Also on the floor is Allen Wright, Jashawn Chisel, and James Christian III. New substitution, and we'll get you the 5 on the floor for the Dons, as it's Trey Means, Carson Roberts, Caden Minter, Vaughn Maxwell, and Mac West. There's a double screen set for West as they now get it quickly to the far corner. Tough jumper there by West, but he's able to convert for 2. Nice little step back there. Used his left shoulder to create some separation. High level bucket there. 34-29 is the score. Again, more suffocating defense here by the Dons, as it's now a 3-pointer chucked up by Oyenjekwe. Wright thought about it as he dishes it to his teammate. Now Wright chases down the rebound, and the big man puts it up for 2. Grab the offensive board and puts it back up for an easy 2-pointer. Back to a 3-point game. The Dons have a 34-31 lead over the visiting Chargers. And they're going to call a moving screen violation. So another offensive foul, another turnover for your home Dons. They're going to pick up their 11th win on the season. Currently sitting at a record of 10-14. Chargers with a record of 12-13. As I mentioned earlier, both these teams in the Orange Empire Conference, one of the toughest conferences here in the state of California. The Chargers are currently in 5th place, while the Dons are currently in 7th, as there's another 3-pointer good by Chisel. Chisel with 4 3-pointers, all 4 from deep beyond the arc, and now it's a tie game. The first tie we have seen since things were all tied up at 0-0 at the very start of this. So the Chargers have been able to claw their way back in thanks to some great defense, and their offense has been able to settle in and crack the code of this tough Dons defense that they've been switching up between 2-3, 1-2-1 full court trap, as this one now going to be out of bounds on the Chargers, as there was a scrum for the ball. 2 players from the Chargers, Katoa and Chisel, were down on the ground with Minter. However, one of those players for the Chargers was touching the out of bounds line, So it's out of bounds on the Chargers. These two teams met back on January 12th. Chargers came away with a 74-71 victory in double overtime. So now the Dons will inbound the ball underneath their own basket on the left side. Here's Jimmy Williams, who just checked back in. Nice up fake there. Can't get his two-pointer to go, and it's chased down by KJ Carr. A chance for the Chargers to take their first lead on the evening. It's Katoa who's dribbling the ball as Don's ball pressure pushes the Chargers back out further and further. Court Franklin just checked back in as well. They swing it out to a wide open Oyenjekwe, and he knocks down the three from the near corner. 37-34, it's the first lead for Cypress. 15:22 left to go here in the second half. Dons need to rally the troops and get a good offensive possession here. Minter spins left, goes right. Here's a wide open three for Roberts. Now this is Franklin who gets the offensive rebound, and he gets his shit swatted by Chisel. Chisel had a few extra words for Franklin down on the ground, and now that's going to be a technical, I believe, on Chisel. So another costly mistake here made by the Cypress Chargers side. In the first half, in case you missed it, well, it was a rather, I want to say exciting, but it was exciting as if you were a fan of verbal warfare, because the two coaching staffs were trading plenty of thoughts and ideas and words with the referee staff tonight. And here we have Chisel after an emphatic block on Franklin. After the block, he gave him a little stare and had a few words for him. And now that'll be a technical foul. 2 free throws for Caden Minter, the best free throw shooter here on this Dons roster. Knocks in the first, shooting 82% on the season. The freshman from Modern Day. 2 for 2 on the trip, and it'll be Don's ball. I believe Franklin will go to the line now for 2, as he was fouled on the way up on his putback attempt. So the sophomore from Calvary Chapel High School will go to the line. Shooting 61% from the free throw line, only gone to the line 31 times on the season, so he doesn't shoot a lot of them in volume. Knocks in the first, as there's a substitution. It's Jartis Hayes checking into the game for Carson Roberts. We saw Hayes apply plenty of ball pressure in the first half. Second free throw is good by Franklin as well, and now Franklin will sub out for Vaughn Maxwell. Well, they sounded the horn. There we go. A little confusion. Just wanted to make sure the referees were on the same page. It's back to a 1-point lead for the Dons. 38-37 is the score after the 4-point trip. Now Hayes trapping. It's Minter closing out late on Chisel. Chisel's three-pointer is wide of the mark, and it's an air ball. First air ball we've seen from either of these teams. And now the Dons will slow it down again. They're heading from right to left in the light gray uniforms with the red numbers and the red trim. Here's Minter's three-pointer, no good, but Hayes chases down the rebound. Katoa trying to poke it away. Good trap there by the Chargers, and they're going to call a foul on KJ Carr. It's the right call, as the Chargers bench was pretty upset, but West had good positioning near half court. Carr just kind of recklessly crashed into West trying to go for the ball, and yes, he's trying to go for the ball, but if you could see the replay on that one, West had position, and you can't just go through a player. That's sometimes the reason why they call an over-the-back foul on an offensive rebound attempt or defensive rebound attempt even, because if a player has good positioning, you can't just go through that person's body to try and get the ball. So it's a foul. Inbounding for the Dons is West over on that far sideline. He's out on the floor with Hayes, Williams, Maxwell, and Minter, as going to the right with his left hand gets the teardrop to go off the backboard. It's a three-point opportunity. What a turn of events as the Chargers take their first lead. It was a 37-33 game. Excuse me, a 37-34 game. And it was a quick 4-point swing, 4-point trip for the Dons. And after that 4-point trip, They've been able to convert on 2 more points, potentially a third here. So it's a quick 7-0 run here for the Dons in response to the Chargers taking their first lead of the game. Just how you want to respond if you're head coach David Bragg and the rest of the coaching staff here for Santa Ana College. As Wright now has it, guarded by Maxwell, goes left. Ooh, nice Euro step. They're going to call a foul down on the drive. So there will be no free throws shot here. I believe that's the 4th personal, yes it is, on Vaughn Maxwell, so he has to be careful. The freshman from Katy, Texas, being a little too aggressive here. And it looks like they're going to make a substitution as Courtney Shan checking back into the game, the sophomore from Santa Margarita. So now Wright has the ball over on the far corner. They get in it quickly, 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Swung around the perimeter. Chisel gets it to Oyenjekwe. Oyenjekwe hurls up a 3, no good on his 3-point attempt. 13:50 left to go here in the second half, excuse me. 41-37 is the score for your Santa Ana Dons. Hayes gets a screen set by Minter. Minter has position on a much smaller Oyenjekwe. Wright creeping down low in the paint. Now Williams has the ball. It's swung back over to Hayes. Minter coming off a screen. Takes a step back 3 from the left side. He gets it to go. Man, this freshman sure is talented as he knocks in another 3-pointer. And the Chargers, again, struggling with this pressure. It's good ball pressure here by the Dons. On-ball pressure, off-ball pressure, you name it. A really valiant effort here by head coach David Bragg. And that's going to be a turnover caused by Santa Ana. Pass was intended for Higgy Katoa, and it's a timeout here by the Cypress Chargers bench. With 13:14 left to go in the second half, Dons have a 44-37 lead. A reminder, you are watching Dons basketball here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
With 138 conference championships, 25 state championships, and 6 national championships, Santa Ana College has one of the premier athletic programs in California. With your help, we will continue to provide opportunities to student athletes as they thrive in both athletics and academics. We are Santa Ana College.
At the Bill Cook Gymnasium, I'm Noah Alvarez. Thanks for tuning in to Dons basketball here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel in conjunction with SportsNetUSA.net. Dons have a 44-37 lead. West now has the ball and momentarily lost his dribble. On the floor for your Dons, it's Hayes, Minter, Shan, Williams who chucks up the 3 from the far corner, gets it to go. And West is the 5th player on the court for your Dons. For the Chargers, it's Katoa, it's Guerrero, it's Navarro, Wright, and Oyenjekwe as Wright quickly gets double teamed, far sideline. And no, they're going to call a foul. It's a little too much body there as Wright put the ball on the ground. So it'll be an inbound for the Chargers underneath their basket over on the left side. Man, look at that ball pressure. Again, it's been consistent all game. As another tough contest there by West, as it was Oyenjekwe who tried to convert on the 3-pointer. Hayes is going to be called, well, he was the last one to touch it, and so it's out of bounds on the Dons. Checking into the game is James Christian III. So now the Dons will be guarding the inbounds further up on the sideline, and it looked like, yes, it did. Henry Katoa stepped on the black, which is out of bounds. And it'll be another turnover forced here by the Dons' relentless and tough defense. Again, going into this game, the Chargers were known as the better defensive team, only allowing 62 points per game. The Dons have allowed 73 points per game to their opponents. However, the script has been flipped, as the Dons have been playing some really tough defense in a 2-3, sometimes going to a 1-2-2 full court trap. A lot of contact here. It's a physical conference indeed at the Orange Empire Conference, as Hayes now dishes it out to Williams. Back to Hayes. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Hayes has to dump it off to Shan, and it looks like it's a 3-second violation. And they're gonna call the second technical foul on Andrew Al-Hadif, and I believe that's the second foul. He's out for the game, correct? So maybe the first one wasn't on him. Maybe it was on one of his assistant coaches. As Minter will go to the line for 2 free throws after the technical. Andrew Al-Hadif, the head coach for Cypress in his 9th season. So we'll check the live stats to see if that was on Al-Hadif or on somebody else. Just says foul by team, so tough to tell. I don't think it's a second, or else he'd be walking off the court right about now. So maybe the first one earlier was on somebody else. Nonetheless, let's go over to look at the turnovers. The Dons have 13, but the Chargers have 14. So the Chargers are currently losing that battle if you're rooting for the home Dons. That's just what you want to see if you're head coach David Bragg, as well as this mid-range jumper. No good by Guerrero, but it remains in possession after a Dons tipped it out. Trey Means is going to check in for now Jimmy Williams. It looks like Vaughn Maxwell going to check back in for Courtney Shan. Vaughn Maxwell has to be careful. He has 4 fouls on the evening. Also coming into the game for the first time, not the first time, Zion Jones, for the first time in the second half at least. And there's a touch foul called, I believe, on Mac West. His second personal foul. A lot of chirping between both sides. And we get it to Zion Jones, who's in the backcourt. Gets it over the timeline now with 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Oh, nearly a bad pass here by the Cypress Chargers. Again, look at this ball pressure. Now it's Trey Means over on the right side of this 2-3. Zion Jones hesitated on the three-pointer. Usually when you hesitate, you end up with a result like that. Allen Wright does chase down the offensive rebound. They try to get it down low, but it's poked away by West. Good length there to disrupt the passing lane. And now West gets it over to Minter, the leading scorer for these Dons as they slow things down. Again, very physical basketball here in the Orange Empire Conference. Judging by this game, you wouldn't be able to tell that Santa Ana was in 7th place of this 8-team conference, as Minter, with the turnaround, can't get it to go, and Wright wrestles this one away. One and done possession for the Dons. 49-37 is the score. 10:30 left to go in the second half. Back in the 2-3 zone. It's Guerrero. Guerrero looked like he picked up his pivot foot. He gets it out to Christian the third. Christian gets it to Wright. Spins, dishes out to Jones. Jones in the far corner, no good. But he chases down his miss. And here's Oyen Jekwe. He's short on his three-pointer. And now it's Hayes getting it to West quickly. Nice dribbling there by West. West is fouled by Oyen Jekwe on the near sideline. And it's only I believe that's the 7th now team foul for Cypress. So I believe it's going to be a 1-and-1 from here on out for the Dons until they reach foul number 10, which means automatic guaranteed 2 free throws. Just a reminder, we have a doubleheader for you tonight as the women's team, as your Lady Dons will take on the Bobcats from Saddleback College after the conclusion, or at the conclusion, guess it wouldn't be the after the conclusion, but at the conclusion of this game as Mac West hits the first, and some confusion there as Brody Armstrong started running back to play some defense, however, forgot that his teammate had a second free throw attempt. Converts on both, 2 for 2 on the trip. It's now a 51-37 game, so literally just about 5-6 minutes ago, the Chargers took their first lead of the game, but now it's back to a 14-point lead, their biggest of the night for your Santa Ana Dons. Really settling in with this defensive pressure, converting on all their offensive trips. However, a nice 3-point conversion there by Peyton Guerrero. No, they're going to say his foot was on the line, and it's a 2-pointer. And so David Bragg has to run over in front of one of the referees to call a timeout. So with 9:33 left to go here in the second half, the Dons have a 51-39 lead, back to a 12-point lead for your Dons. A reminder, you are watching Dons basketball here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel in conjunction with SportsNetUSA.net. I'm Noah Alvarez. Thanks for tuning in, wherever you may be tuning in from. Again, as I said earlier in the broadcast, you can tune into all the home games here for Santa Ana College Athletics, whether it's baseball, whether it's softball, whether it's men's or women's basketball, here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. SID Cammy Lewis does a nice job, and his team as well. Got to give props to Sal, Alyssa, Mariah, as well as the other members of the team that help out with the broadcast and make sure everything goes smoothly. Not all the games will have me or another broadcaster broadcasting the games, but you can always tune into the replay. I believe they do have sound, so even if there's no one broadcasting, you can always hear the banter from the crowd and the cheers, or I guess the boos per se. For any home baseball, softball, or men's or women's basketball game here at Santa Ana College, again, that's on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel, which can be found at www.sacdons.com. That's spelled SACDONS.com. 5 on the floor to tell you about for the Dons. It's Roberts out there with Armstrong, West, Maxwell, and Jimmy Williams. As this rebound's hauled in by Chisel. He's out there with Guerrero, Wright, Christian III, and Oyenjekwe. So 9 minutes left to go here in the second half. Dons staying true to their 2-3 zone that has worked so well this evening. Chisel facing some ball pressure from Roberts, gets past him to the left, swings it to a wide open right. Wright with the hand in his face, knocks down the 3 from the near corner. Brings it back to a 9-point game, so the Chargers are able to cut it to single digits. 51-42 is the score. West, tough drive, slithers past Wright. However, his shot was wild. No one was able to grab the offensive rebound. It was a quick possession, too, for the Dons. Maybe not what you want to see if you're head coach David Bragg. 8:30 left to go in the second half. Chargers swinging it around the perimeter. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Wright with a tough drive to the middle. And he draws the contact. I believe that's going to be on Armstrong. Smacking him across the arm. Try to swipe that ball away. Nice athleticism. Wright is a big man, but don't let that body size fool you. Very smooth with his dribble. Crafty with his footwork. And he's the leading scorer for the Cypress Chargers offense, averaging 12.5 points per game. Again, the Chargers are 12-13 on the season, 7-6 in Orange Empire Conference play, which is good enough for 5th place. As I mentioned last year, this Orange Empire Conference sent 5 of their 8 teams to the postseason. If that were to be true this year, the Chargers would be that 5th team. However, I'm sure they need to have enough quality wins, and a win here would help their case. They don't want to fall to 500 or below 500. And if you're the Dons, they're 10-14 with a 3-8 conference record, as the second free throw is no good by Wright. Dons have a bit of more of an uphill climb. Only so many games left, and they have to win every single one if they even want a chance at making the postseason with a 4-8 conference record currently. But a win tonight would be a huge step in the right direction as Court Franklin fouled on the way up. He'll go to the line for 2. 43-51. The Dons lead over the Cypress Chargers. 7:50 left to go here in the second half. A reminder, you're watching Dons basketball here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel in conjunction with sportsnetusa.net. After tonight's game, the Dons have 3 remaining conference games. Later this week, on Friday, February 16th, they travel to Riverside City College to take on the Tigers. That'll be a huge game. All these games are huge. Again, if the Dons want to make the postseason, they would have to win basically at least 3 of 4 of the last games. But if they can get a clean sweep and win all 4, I think they heighten their chances to get into the postseason. But it starts here tonight, closing out the Cypress Chargers, a tough team, as this one is going to be a foul. Let's see who it's on. This one's going to be on, I believe, James Christian III. Yeah, so James Christian III called for the foul as he crashed into one of the players. No. I think he signaled 2 for 2 free throws. So the foul's on Court Franklin, his 4th personal. Him and Maxwell, Vaughn Maxwell, have 4 fouls in the game, so they'll have to be very careful. 7:30 left to go in the second half. First free throw is good by Christian III. Franklin's going to check out, and Shan's going to check back in. Back to a 9-point game. 53-44 is the score. After that second made free throw, the score is now 53-45. So an 8-point lead for your Dons. They're heading from right to left in their light gray uniforms. Roberts gets a series of screens, now gets it over to Minter, who's quickly double teamed on the screen. Roberts now driving baseline, dumps it off to Means. Means gets it ripped away from right. Good defense and anticipation there by the big man. 7:15 left to go here in the second half. Now it's Guerrero who takes a step back 3 from the top of the arc, and he gets it to go silky smooth with that jumper. Looked like he was moving at half speed there. However, he's able to connect. 3 points for the Chargers, and it brings it back to a 5-point game. Both these teams trading punches. Just over 6.5 minutes left to go. Minter quickly double team, gets it to a cutting Trey Means. Wright does a nice job of going straight up with it. Fight for the loose ball, ends up in Christian's hands, and they're gonna call a touch foul, I believe, on Roberts. So 2 fouls, the other 2. That'll be the 8th team foul, and that'll be a 1-and-1 free throw opportunity for the Chargers. Not so sure about that one. Got a pretty good look at that one here down on the near sideline. It was still a loose ball. I know Christian was able to poke it away from the crowd, and he was able to take 1 dribble, but even he himself was stumbling. And it looked like Roberts was trying to poke it away from him. Made a little bit too much contact with the body. And now with 6:37 left to go here in the second half, the clock is momentarily stopped. A chance for the Chargers to cut the deficit to 3, however, he misses the first. As they say in pickup basketball, ball don't lie. 53-48 is the score. Your Dons have a 5-point lead. 6:20 left to go here in the second half of action. Both these teams fighting for a chance to make the postseason in the tough Orange Empire Conference. As Minter can't grab the offensive rebound, it's in the hands of Oyen Jekwe. Talented freshman from Cypress bringing it up for the Chargers. They swing it over quickly to Guerrero. Guerrero's 3-pointer is no good, and it's West who corrals the defensive rebound. Hayes in the game with Jimmy Williams, Franklin, Minter, and West. Hayes has it, waiting for the play to develop. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Hayes gets it to Franklin. Franklin trying to get it down low to Minter, who is being fronted by Oyen Jekwe. This ball is momentarily poked away. Williams back behind the pass. Behind the back pass to Court Franklin. I don't know how he did that one. As he was fumbling, the ball was momentarily poked away from Williams, but it was poked to his right hand, and he wrapped it behind his back and got a nice assist there to Court Franklin. Ooh, a little too handy there by Jaitis Hayes. And that's a foul called on Hayes. His first personal. Alan Wright will go to the line for a 1-and-1. That's the 19th foul on your Santa Ana Dons. 5:15 left to go here in the second half. Again, going back to the Dons' playoff chances, currently sitting in 7th place, but a win here, depending on what Orange Coast and RCC do tonight or this week. I'm not sure exactly when other teams play. We can check that online. We have the power of the internet. But they would heighten their chances to make the postseason. As 2 for 2 on the trip is Alan Wright. Now Hayes has it, drives middle, kicks it to Williams. Williams got his defender up in the air. No, and they're gonna call it traveling. There was a little body bump, little extracurricular activity too, as Christian rips the ball away from Williams. And looks like there's a substitution as Carson Roberts gonna check back into the game. He's out on the floor with Hayes, Minter, Maxwell, and Court Franklin. Franklin has 4 fouls, so he has to be careful. I believe Roberts has 3. 5 on the floor is Christian III. Chisler, who takes a deep 3. This one's strong. Oyen Jekwe gets the offensive rebound and puts it up for 2. There's quickly a timeout called by the Cypress bench. 4:44 left to go here in the second half. Your Dons are hanging on to a 3-point lead. 55-52 is the score. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
With 138 conference championships, 25 state championships, and 6 national championships, Santa Ana College has one of the premier athletic programs in California. With your help, we will continue to provide opportunities to student athletes as they thrive in both athletics and academics. We are Santa Ana College.
Back here at the Bill Cook Gymnasium here on the campus of Santa Ana College. 55-52 is the score. Dons have a 3-point lead with 4:44 left to go here in the second half. Have some score updates from you from around the Orange Empire Conference. A huge one to keep an eye on. Looks like Saddleback is going to take care of Orange Coast. Orange Coast currently ahead of Santa Ana in the standings, so if Santa Ana is able to come out with a victory tonight, that would move them into 6th place. Minter now has it. He's on the floor with West, Franklin, Hayes, and Roberts. West trying to lose Katoa, and it looked like he lifted his pivot foot, tried to take one too many steps before he started dribbling, and it's a traveling violation called, a turnover for the Dons. Also on the Orange Empire Conference, Fullerton, that one stayed out a little later, but they have a 29-11 lead over Irvine Valley. Santiago Canyon College defeated Golden West 114-71. An absolute beatdown there by Santiago Canyon. Right now has the ball. Dons are still in their 2-3 zone. A lot of contact there. It looked like West bumped Christian III on the drive. Christian III has played a lot down the stretch here in the second half. Didn't play a whole lot in the first half. In fact, he only recorded 5 minutes in that first half of action, but has played some good defense, made some nice passes, and has been aggressive driving to the basket, has drawn a few fouls for the Cypress offensive attack. Both teams struggling to shoot tonight. The Dons are shooting 39% from the field, which is something you expected because the Chargers have a very potent defense, and the Chargers, not doing any better, shooting 32% from the field. So both these defenses really putting the clamps on the opposing offenses. 2 for 2 on the trip, and now it's a 1-point lead for your Dons. 55-54 is the score. 3:55 left to go here in the second half. We're watching Dons basketball here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Williams out there now in the game. Be a screen on each side for Hayes. Hayes gets across court to Williams. Williams goes right, resets, takes a mid-range jumper from the free throw line, extended area on the left side, and gets it to go. Back to a 3-point lead. 3:25 left to go in the game now. Hayes with a little bit of ball pressure. Ooh, nice job there by Christian to shield off Hayes. And I believe they're gonna call, no, who are they gonna call a foul on? Coach Bragg is vividly upset over there on the far sideline. I didn't think there was a foul called. Christian III was on the ground. Hayes did a nice job. He was on the ground on his butt. Maybe it was, the foul was on Jimmy Williams trying to poke the ball away. I believe they're gonna call that one on Hayes. So it's the second foul on Hayes. Hayes had his hands up. That, can't say that was a great call there made by the referees. Nonetheless, it's 2 free throws again for James Christian III. He converts on the first. He now has 8 points on the evening. Hasn't hit a field goal, but he's converted on 8 of his 10 free throw attempts. So a nice job here by Christian to play himself on the court down the stretch. This one is really short. So 8 of 11 on the evening. No, and they're gonna call a bump on Roberts. So another foul called on Carson Roberts. That's his first personal. Another foul drawn by James Christian III. He does a nice job of selling the contact. Anytime he's been bumped by a Santa Ana defender in this second half, he's done a nice job of selling the contact, and thus the referees are falling for it, blowing the whistle rather quickly as he now has 9 points, 9 of 12 from the free throw line tonight. Definitely don't see that too often here at this level. And he now ties the game at 57 apiece. 3 minutes left to go here in the second half. Things are all tied up at 57. Dons need a good offensive possession here in the worst of ways. As their offense has gone stagnant. Their defense hasn't been able to keep the Chargers offense out of the cylinder. Roberts, good ball pressure there by Oyenjekwe. Hayes dives to the basket from the right side and gets the 2-pointer. Nice job by the lefty. Again, not an easy thing to do, going to your right and converting with their left hand. Looks like it's a 3-2 zone. Now they Dons switch back to a man-to-man. Right, thought about taking the 3-pointer. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. 2-point lead here for the Dons, 59-57. Ooh, he got Franklin up in the air. Dishes it out to Christian III. Christian III takes a mid-range jumper. No good. Hayes tips this one, but Wright's right there. It's a block by Minter. Minter gets up a huge block down low on the putback attempt by Wright. And with just over 2 minutes left to go, the Dons have a chance to extend their lead to 4 or 5, but it's not going to be before a timeout called by head coach David Bragg. A reminder, you are watching Dons basketball here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel in conjunction with SportsNetUSA.net.
With 138 conference championships, 25 state championships, and 6 national championships, Santa Ana College has one of the premier athletic programs in California. With your help, we will continue to provide opportunities to student athletes as they thrive in both athletics and academics. We are Santa Ana College.
Back here at the Bill Cook Gymnasium, it's been an exciting game. Another exciting Orange Empire Conference match between two teams who maybe the season hasn't gone the way they went, but with 4 games left on the schedule, 3 if you don't count this game, as it's nearly over at this point, just under 2 minutes left to go in the game. Both teams still fighting very hard on the season. Both teams still have an outside chance to make the postseason. And the Dons are hanging on to a 2-point lead. 59-57 is the score. Hayes attacks, kicks it out to Jimmy Williams. Williams converts on the near side 3. And it's now a 5-point lead for the Dons. Just over a minute and a half left to go. If you're the Chargers, you don't want to have to chuck up a 3-pointer. Just get a good offensive possession here. As the Dons faithful here in the Bill Cook Gymnasium, starting to make some noise now. You hear chants of defense, right? Thought about the deep 3. Now here's Guerrero. Guerrero's 3-pointer, no good. This one's going to be tipped out by Minter. So good hustle there by KJ Carr. And that's going to be Andrew Alhadif, the head coach for Cypress basketball, to take a timeout, talk things over as things are getting a little antsy here. It's a fresh 30. Fresh 30-second shot clock for the Cypress Chargers. We'll stay here during this timeout as, again, it's a 62-57 score. It's been a back-and-forth game. The Dons jumped out to an early 8-0 run at the very beginning of this game. The Chargers continuously worked their way back, and after halftime, it was the Dons who gave up the lead momentarily, just for a brief moment. The Chargers had a 37-34 lead, but since then, the Dons went on a 14-2 run to really extend their lead and got their lead up as big as 14 points during the second half. However, it was the Chargers that were able to claw back in. So it's been a game of runs, which, you know, they say at every level of basketball, can you survive the runs from your opponent? The Dons are shooting a little bit better from the field than the Chargers, shooting 42% from the field, while the Chargers are shooting 30%. Again, if you look at that turnover battle, the Dons are losing that one 16-15, 16 turnovers to the Chargers 15. But again, a chance for the Dons to hang on to this lead and avenge their loss back on January 12th. It was a heartbreaking defeat in double overtime. 62-57 is the score, nearly intercepted, but it's deflected out of bounds by Jimmy Williams. 1:15 left to go, still in the second half. If you're watching this at home or watching the replay, whenever you get a chance, I'm sure you're on the edge of the seat, just like I am. Allen Wright to inbound. He's out there with Christian III, Oyenjakwe, Guerrero, and Chisel. Plenty of time. Wright gonna drive middle, kicks it out to a wide open Christian III. Christian III connects on a 3. Huge 3-pointer there for the Chargers. 62-60. 57 seconds left to go here in the second half. Hayes now has the ball for your Dons. He's out there with West, Minter, Franklin, and Jimmy Williams. So plenty of shooting for the Dons. Now West gets applied pressure by Oyenjakwe. Hayes takes the 3-pointer, strong on his attempt, poked away out of bounds on Franklin. And now it's Charger ball. 32 seconds left on the game clock, 2-second differential. So we'll see how the Chargers want to attack this. Hayes is going to apply a little bit of some soft full court pressure here as they allow him to cross the timeline. And it looks like there's going to be a timeout called by Andrew Alhadif. So the head coach wants to talk things over for the Chargers. They trail 62-60. Man, it's been an exciting game. Thanks for tuning in to Dons Basketball here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel in conjunction with SportsNetUSA.net. Just a friendly reminder, we do have a doubleheader tonight as we have the women's basketball team for your Santa Ana Dons taking on Bobcats of Saddleback College. That'll be right here at the conclusion of this game. Not too sure if there's a new link created for it. I'm sure there is. But again, if you just hang out right here on that Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel, there will be a new link or video created, and you can tune into that game live, or you can catch it on the replay. Again, you can catch all the home games for any Santa Ana College sport here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Our main man, Cammy Lewis, the SID here at Santa Ana College, does a wonderful job of keeping all the home games on the broadcast for the YouTube channel. So you can always watch the replay. They don't always have commentary. Can't make every game that they have here. However, when I do make it out to a baseball, softball, or basketball game, it's always a fun one. Always a fun one indeed here on the campus of Santa Ana College. 26 seconds left to go, 24 seconds left on the shot clock. So a 2-second differential between shot and game clock. It'll be Chisel to inbound. He's out there with Wright, Guerrero, Christian III, and Oyen Jacque. Chisel gets it to Wright. The Dons are still hanging out in that 2-3 zone. Good ball pressure here by West. Oyen Jacque gets this one poked away, and it's Hayes who comes up with the steal. Hayes comes away with the steal after a nice deflection there by West, and it's a foul on Oyen Jacque. So a beautifully timed trap as Oyen Jacque went to his left. It was West, I believe Franklin, who cornered him over on that left wing, and they did a nice job of not fouling either. Franklin playing with 4 fouls, so he had to do a good job there. And as Oyen Jacque went up to make a jump pass, so did West. He was able to get a hand on it, and it was just enough for Hayes to corral it. His first free throw is good, so that extends it now to a 3-point lead. He converts on this second one right here. It's now a 2-possession game with 17 seconds left. 63-60 in favor of your Santa Ana Dons. The southpaw lines up the second free throw, converts. So it's now a 4-point game, 2-possession game. Chargers looking to get a quick shot off here. Wright fakes the pass, takes a deep 3, no good, and it's Franklin who grabs a rebound, and that's gonna do it. That should do it. Don't want to jinx anything or speak too soon. It's never over until the fat lady sings, but it is a foul on Peyton Guerrero, who fouls Court Franklin. 6 seconds left on the game clock. And even if Franklin only hits, well, even if he hits none of these free throws, it's still a 2-possession game with less than 10 seconds left on the clock. The Chargers don't have any timeouts remaining. First free throw is good by Court Franklin. He now has 15 points and did a nice job. He picked up that 4th foul, I want to say in the 12-minute mark of the second half. And he didn't play the whole rest of the second half with 4 fouls, but did a nice job when he was on the court, as there's a half-court heave there by Oyen Jacque. No good. And there's the final horn as your Santa Ana Dons come out victorious by a score of 66-60. Again, thanks for tuning in to Dons Basketball here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel in conjunction with SportsNetUSA.net. Again, want to congratulate the Dons on picking up their 11th win on the season and their 5th in Orange Empire Conference play, keeping their postseason hopes alive. A reminder, we have women's basketball here on the Santa Ana College Athletics YouTube channel. Stay tuned for the doubleheader of this one as they take on the Bobcats from Saddleback College. For Cammy Lewis, Sal, Amaya, Alyssa, and everyone else who helps out with the broadcast.